G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So today we are looking at the stand for the 8 foot. But just first, we've got a pair of flower horns breeding in the background. This is very exciting. These two get along like a house on fire. This is I think the third time they've bred together. The only short side of this story is that male isn't quite fertile yet, or he hasn't done the job properly. I'm watching him and he's doing the job, like he's really got it sorted out. He's cruising over the plate. But the problem is, he's a camphor and they're generally fertile at close to 2 years. So, fact is, he's only a year old, just over a year old, so he's a bit too young to breed yet, but there's no harm in trying, I guess. But our outlook, me and my friend Zach and Brett, we kind of think that maybe February is when we'll be looking at more chance of fertility. But I don't know what the dog's doing. Until then, we'll just wait. Now, the 8 foot stand, it's easy because we've already got a stand that just needs modifying. It's bad and hard because of where the stand is and what's involved. So I'm going to go show you. Now make sure you don't laugh. Please don't laugh at the mess when I show you where this stand is. Alright, let's go. Alright guys, I really need to get like a sunshade for my camera. See, like that's my hand over it. That's no hand. But anyway, so this is what we're looking at. So those sheets are for lids for my tanks. They're important. That's a random pile of bricks. This is an old 6 foot. So what happened, right? This 6 foot had a cracked back, and I randomly stuck some old shitty glass I had on the back of it, and then something happened. I can't remember. I was gonna set it up here and use it as like an algae refrigerant for the pond. It was never going to be a fish tank as such, and something broke. I can't remember what broke. I think one of the ends cracked or something, just sitting here in the sun empty, and then I smashed it at some stage for some reason. I can't remember why. Anyway, so that stand under there is the stand we need. Now this stand is 7x2. This is actually, you know, the 7x2 fish tank that is in the fish room that is hanging from the ceiling? This is the original stand from that tank. So what we have to do, we have to cut all the legs off because we don't need legs. It's going on top of the IBC. And then we need to use the legs to make an extra 1 foot of stand, which shouldn't be too hard at all. I'll get some cold galvanized spray paint and we'll sort it out. This is a galvanized stand too, guys, so minimal rust. See a little bit of rust on the welds, but the bloody hose keeps flying out of the pond. So I'm actually gonna get a timer. There's a tap in the corner there. I'm gonna put a rigid pipe. Well, it doesn't even need to be rigid, even just a hose cable tied onto the side of the filter. And I'm going to run it for like 5 minutes a day and see if that's enough to compensate for the evaporation. It doesn't matter if it like overflows a bit, because like the lowest point is the filters. So even if 5 minutes a day is a little bit too much, it's like a little miniature water change, which probably won't make any difference for the pond. Anyway, we got to get the bin and clean this up. This was a bit of a shambles. So I thought the base might be salvageable and we could keep the 6 foot panel, but the base is also cracked. I wish I could remember what happened here. I really don't know. Was I just bored one day and smashed it to smithereens? Maybe I'll ask the missus, she might remember. Anyway. It is what it is, I guess. It's all rubbish now. I'm trying not to get too much on the ground because I actually stepped on a piece yesterday and cut my foot open. We're gonna have to get rid of it's hurting my ears. I should go get my headphones, at least they're noise cancelling. And I should be wearing gloves. Don't do this without gloves, guys. Let's see that? What can you see? See those cuts on my hands? That's from glass, because I'm an idiot. So this is my hammer. And I'm wearing glasses, guys. Don't forget glasses. Please, please do as I say and not as I do. Now that panel should pretty much just fold down now. I really should have done an empty at the bin because now it's going to be really heavy. Alright, here we go. Whoa, shit in the way. It just got real heavy real quick. I don't know what to do with this now because I'm pretty much going to have to try and get rid of this as one panel because there's so much glass stuck to the other side. Alright guys, I got that top bit off. Can you guys see very well? Yeah, you can. I think I'm going to break this. It's real dodgy, but I think I'm going to do it. Oh, I might move you guys. Where can I put you? This is quite frustrating. My proper tripod's at work. I'm going to leave it here. I'm sorry if the noise of the air conditioner is in your ear. But I could go to the shed and get a hammer, but the shed is like at least 5 meters that way. There we go. That's how to make your glass lightweight for transport, and then just reassemble when you reach your destination. Alright guys, I've got it out. It's got some shonky welding on it. Like, I'm not saying I'm a good welder. Let me reiterate. Is wrong word. Let me state the fact that I'm not a good welder. But it's got like brazing. It's been like brazed together. And but can you guys see that? Drop a comment below. I didn't know. Have they like used an oxy and a oxy torch and a brazing rod? I'm no pro welder and I don't really understand much about it, but what the hell is going on there? So I'm having second thoughts about even using this. Or drop a comment below. Do I just, because obviously I'm only using these flat rails and the what do you call it, like the cross bracing. We're cutting the legs off, So should I just go in there with a grinder, held to leather, and get the brass out, and brass or copper or whatever it is, and then just give it a bit of a touch-up weld and still use it? Well, actually, let me rephrase that. I'm definitely reusing this stand because I'm a broke ass that doesn't have the money to buy more metal to build a new one. And there's no point, like, why would I buy more metal? This is like nice galvanized steel. I might even cut one of these legs off, put a new brace in there. Or do I just cut it up completely? Cut the centers out, cut new bracing out of the legs, weld my little bit on the end. I don't know. The problem is I'm not a great welder either, so and my modification's going to be that great. But I definitely think I'm a better welder than that. I like to hope so anyway. This weld looks nice, but then you realise it's actually a spider's nest. Anyway, I'm not touching this today. I'm probably not touching it tomorrow. Tomorrow I might work on the tank in the factory, I don't know. But I'm going to wait for a couple of comments because I don't know what to do with this. I really don't. Metal is kind of out of my ballpark. The most metal work I've done is like, I've done like a bit of sheet metaling on the Gemini and stuff, and welding up tie rod ends and shit. But that was with like a 3-phase MIG welder that I could crank up. I've only got a hobby MIG welder, so I struggle with the hobby MIG, but with the quality MIG welder I actually found it quite easy. I'm sure you guys that are welders will completely understand what I mean by that. But anyway, drop a comment below what you guys think I should do. At this stage, I think what I want to do, cut the legs off, grind out the joins a bit, re-weld the joins without pulling it completely apart. But the other problem is, if that is, well, I can see it's like brass or copper or something, or like a brass copper alloy, or I don't know, but anyway, it's fucking gold. If I try to weld on that, my like flux core MIG welding wire, is that gonna just make a mess? So this is the bit where you guys actually return some info to me. I'm sorry that I don't know the answer. Alright guys, so I'm going to tend to these flower horn eggs. If any of you are wondering what I do when I get flower horn eggs, if you scroll down maybe like 20 videos, maybe a little bit more actually, there's a couple of videos on flower horns breeding, and there's also a video on the 8-day process of using methylene blue. And I actually refer back to my own video, and it's got like the mixture rates for the methylene blue, because I forget, and my reference is my own video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was pretty boring. Hopefully some of that glass smashing and me risking my hands was exciting. I'm glad I got the stand out, disappointed in the result of what the stand looks like. You got to remember, I picked that tank up one day, and I put that stand down the side. This is like probably 2 years ago, and then I only wanted the tank, so I used the tank. The stand sat there. The stand was actually there before that tank was on top, so the stand was down the side, and then the tank went on top of the stand because it was the only place where I had to rest the tank. That 40-degree afternoon sun destroyed it by cracking it in a million places, but it is what it is. So actually, before we go, I don't mean to make the video drag on, but so the 7x2x18 that is in the fish room hanging from the roof, let's go have a look. I was trying not to interrupt the flower horns, but why not? Well, walking into shit. So that tank there, if you look there, it's actually suspended by the ceiling. It doesn't have a leg there. So the front on that tank is brand new. The tank is old. So what actually happened, right? The guy I'm gonna leave that open. I got the tank and it had this hole in the front of it, like this big, and it wasn't cracked around the hole. It was just like this perfect hole punched out the inside of it. And the partner, the lady, said to me, my husband pulled the weight off the curtains. You know, like the swing shut curtains have got like the weight on it with the 2 strings. He snapped that off the curtains and threw it at the tank. He threw it that hard that it just punched the perfect hole through the front of the tank. I don't know how it didn't smash the back of the tank. I'm guessing like the water actually slowed it down. And so I actually got it for free because it had a huge hole in it. And the front panel cost me like 60 bucks or something. So I got a 7x2 by 18 for 60 bucks. Plus we're getting a stand out of it. Anyway, my point is, that's absolutely nuts. Who throws something through the front of a fish tank with fish in it? If you're watching, sorry for taking the piss out of you, but that's insane. Like, I'm a little bit of a hothead myself. Can't say I've ever thrown something through a fish tank. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it when she told me. But like the weight for the curtain was still in the tank. That was like the funniest part, actually. Anyway, I'm gonna wind it up there, guys. Sorry if this video is a bit of a drag on of absolutely nothing. It was productive, but we got that stand out. Drop a comment if you got any advice on the stand. And metal is completely out of my comfort zone, especially when it comes to soldering over something that isn't. I only know how to solder mild steel. That's it. Like, anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.